Have you ever looked at someone doing something just incredibly complex? Maybe it's watching a coder just fly through lines of code, or a musician playing some impossible solo, or maybe, like we're talking about today, a pro gamer pulling off a move that just looks, well, impossible. And you just think, how? How do you even start learning that? It can feel so overwhelming.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling that, where do I even begin?
Hmm.
Hurdle. It's often the biggest barrier, isn't it? We see the end result all polished and perfect, but not the messy steps that got them there.
Exactly. And that's really our mission today. We're doing a deep dive into insights from one of the very top Rocket League players, Squishy Muffins. He kind of lays out his philosophy for mastering these super difficult in-game mechanics. But here's the thing, this isn't just about Rocket League. It's really about a universal way to learn skills, something you can apply to, I don't know, learning a language, getting good at some complex software, pretty much anything.
Right. We're going to unpack why his methods work so well. We'll break down some, honestly, jaw-dropping moves he does, and most importantly, pull out those core ideas, those principles you can use for learning any complex skill. Prepare for some real aha moments, because it turns out what looks like magic, it's usually just a really good method.
Okay, so let's get into it. Squishy Muffin starts by saying, basically, the key to learning any mechanic, doesn't matter how complicated, is to break it down, make it simpler for yourself.
Yeah, and what's really striking is how he applies this everywhere, like from basic stuff right up to things like double or even triple resets. And for anyone maybe less familiar, a double reset is like getting your car's midair jump back twice after touching the ball so you can hit it again powerfully. Think of it like a midair recharge. He's very clear he wouldn't tell someone learning that, oh, just get a reset, cancel air dribble, then flip. I mean, that's just overwhelming, not helpful at all.
Right, totally unhelpful. Instead, he maps it out, step by step. His advice for a double reset sounds almost, well, too simple at first. He says, first thing you practice is get the first touch. Second thing, once that feels okay, get the first touch, jump off, get a reset, get the reset while the ball's still going up.
And that detail, while the ball's still going up, it seems small, but why is it so important? He explains it's about reducing recoil. If the ball's dropping and you hit it, it kind of pushes your car around, makes the next touch way harder. Hitting it while it's rising gives you a cleaner hit, better control for the next step. It's a subtle but really vital detail for consistency.
And the third step for this crazy double reset, face your wheels to the floor. He literally takes what looks like one impossible fluid motion and chops it into three clear, manageable things to practice. It's textbook scaffolding, isn't it?
It really is, breaking the huge task into smaller, achievable wins. That's his whole philosophy, really.
Yeah.
Taking the super complex and just deconstructing it methodically, finding the core bits.
Okay, this next bit of advice he gives really clicked for me. He says, for any mechanic that uses a flip cancel, that's where you cut a flip short to reorient your car fast, you need to practice just the flip cancel first, without the ball.
Yeah, and if you think about it in terms of learning anything, it's about isolating the trickiest part, right? He uses the example of a forward diagonal flip cancel for a double reset. It's kind of like a half flip where you cancel a back flip, but here you cancel a forward diagonal flip and use air roll to stop the momentum. Practicing just that tiny precise movement on its own, huge difference. You build the muscle memory for the hard bit before you add the chaos of the ball. It's like a guitarist practicing just a tricky chord change over and over before trying the whole song.
Exactly. And he stresses getting a visual basis, like having a clear picture in your head of what the car should look like, then just messing with the controls until you get it. There's no shortcut, no cheat code here. It's just focused, deliberate practice.
Okay, so keeping that breakdown idea in mind, let's look at how Squishy applies it to something wild, like the back wall cross map air dribble into a reset or musty flick. Now, for anyone not deep in Rocket League, that means taking the ball off your own back wall, carrying it through the air across the entire field, getting your flip back midair, and then hitting a specific powerful shot. I mean, it looks absolutely insane.
He shows why it's so deadly in a game, though. You start way back in your corner, pop the ball off the wall, get touches. And then this is key. You make a huge change in direction. The ball looks like it's going one way, then bam, it snaps across the field. And that, he says, is what makes it such a difficult thing to defend. The opponent just can't read it or get there in time. Yeah, force is an impossible read. He mentions that in one's, 1v1 matches, it's often about catching the opponent out and just scoring. But in twos or threes, it's maybe more about beating someone to the ball, a beat, or setting up a teammate for an easy shot. The strategy changes a bit.
Right. And to even try this, he says you need a couple of things first. You need to know how to air dribble, at least basically. And you need a good first touch off the wall. Oh, and he also mentions having the take possession bind set up. That's just a practice tool. Lets you instantly reset the ball to start practicing again quickly.
So step one, he details, just one touch off the wall, get the ball going pretty close to the ceiling, but not hitting it from your corner or maybe mid-wall. Just that setup touch.
Okay, then the next bit, again, as the ball is still traveling upward, you jump off the wall, turn towards the ball, and you rotate your car so the nose points right at the ball. That sets up your angle perfectly.
And here's the real core of it, the pre-flip cancel. He says you're trying to flip before you actually hit the ball, then cancel that flip upward so you can follow the ball for the next touch. It's like, yeah, very specific timing.
He explains this specific cancel is like a speed flip motion.
Okay.
You flick the stick up mid-flip to kind of launch the car straight up. And the visual cue he gives is critical. The car needs to be completely straight. No diagonal movement, just straight up with the boost pointing straight backward. That clean upward movement is key for control.
And again, he really, really hammers this home. Practice this off ball, just the movement, no ball, until it feels natural, even if it feels super awkward initially. He also throws in a personal tip. If you use directional air roll, like air roll right, try flipping that same way. It can make the cancel feel smoother because you're already kind of rolling through it.
Makes sense. So once you've drilled that cancel movement until it's clean, then you start layering. Put the wall touch together with the cancel, and then practice getting one more setup touch right after the cancel to keep control. Build it piece by piece.
Right, and once you nail that setup touch after the cancel, suddenly you have all these options. You could go for a reset, get your flip back, or a double tap off the backboard, or that musty flick, or even fake the musty land, maybe pass.
Or leave it for a teammate to come in for a bump play.
Yeah.
Endless possibilities.
He even gives this scenario. You're stuck in your corner, zero boost. You can nudge the ball back, grab the corner boost pad, and then launch into this exact play. Create a massive threat from nothing.
It really shows that learning the mechanic isn't just about the fancy move itself. It's about understanding the tactical opportunities it opens up. It turns a crazy-looking trick into a serious weapon.
And he doesn't stop there. He uses this same breakdown logic for other tough mechanics, like the breezy flick or ceiling shots. Shows how universal it is.
Yeah, for the breezy flick, that really stylish flick needing a specific spin again, practice the movement without the ball first. It's that tornado air roll until your wheels face you, let go of the tornado, pull down, then backflip. If you can't do that smoothly in free play, forget trying it with the ball.
And ceiling shots, right. They look so complex. But he breaks them down too. Get a good first touch forward and up towards the ceiling. Drive onto the ceiling. Then use your flip, which is infinite once you detach from the ceiling.
The reset part is actually super easy, like he says, because the ceiling's flat. It guarantees you get that flip back every time. It's a reliable resource.
But throughout all this, he gives some really crucial advice, applies to learning anything, really. Don't rush.
Yeah, he specifically warns against, like, diamond players, kind of mid-rank players trying to learn quadruple resets if their basic boost or speed management isn't solid yet. The foundations, the prerequisites just aren't there. It's like trying to write an essay before you know the alphabet.
So what's the takeaway for you listening? Doesn't matter what skill you're tackling. Don't try to jump ahead. Break it down. Don't overcomplicate it in your head. And remember what he says, no rush to learn these things. If you're methodical, step by step, you will get there. Patience and that breakdown approach are key.
Absolutely. Build the foundation, master each little piece, then layer them together. It avoids that huge frustration of just banging your head against the wall, trying the impossible final move right away. It's not magic. It's just good, deliberate practice. Makes the impossible feel, well, possible.
So we've really dug into this powerful idea, breaking down complexity into simple, isolated steps using insights from a top gamer. Whether it's a game, an instrument, a work skill, that off-ball practice, isolating components and layering things up that seems to be the blueprint.
Yeah, you see how focusing on just the timing of a flip cancel without the ball flying around makes the whole thing suddenly seem doable. It's proof that breaking things down works, like building something amazing, one perfectly placed brick at a time.
So think about it. What seemingly impossible skill have you maybe been looking at, feeling a bit intimidated? And how could Squishy Muffins' whole strategy, breaking it down step by simple step maybe, just maybe, change how you approach mastering it?